Friday night, light crowd. There's a rush to get out of here.
Happy birthday.
Thank you guys. Yeah.
Was that the first game in a while that you guys have won without the big guys really controlling everything?
I don't know. I just focus game at a time, to be honest with you. But it was really nice to see, we're getting some contributions throughout our lineup here. And we're getting more guys, like a little bit more balanced minutes going through our lineup. Like that's the second game in a row where Nate's right at 21 and change. You add Val and Lecky back in, and with the addition of Drury, and we're healthy. We got 6 penalty killers that we're using. They're doing a nice job because they're fresh, and so the depth is helping us. And then to be able to, the Drury line was outstanding tonight, and they get rewarded for their work. Colton has 2, Drury has 1. So, it's not always going to be those guys. I know we rely heavily on those guys, but I think that they played a solid game. They got a big power play goal. And, we had contributions on both sides of the puck from throughout our lineup tonight. It wasn't as good a game as the game the other night. I thought we had a handful of guys that struggled early in the game and then kind of got going. It just wasn't as complete a game, but it was still a good game.
It feels like the energy level is up. Is that fair?
Yeah, it is. It is. I think it was up before the break. And in Nashville it was up, and then like the St. Louis one was a little bit of a tough one to get over for our team because I don't know, but like we didn't handle the preparation or the focus and the work ethic needed in that game, and I think everyone was a little down that they didn't bring their best, and that and we kind of tried to snap them out of it, and we bounced back in a big way and kind of followed it up tonight, which is good. It's a good start to the homestand. Pretty happy with what we're doing. We have some things that that game needs a little bit of a teaching video session more than just showing what's really good and what's poor. We made some strange reads in that game and gave up some chances that I didn't like. But on the offensive side of things, we kept doing some good things.
You guys had that shift late in the second period that lasted, seemed like 3-4 minutes.
Yeah.
We were just cycling the puck. I guess does this speak volumes to the Jack Drury line and what was working, and you just recently put Kiwi Rant on that line, like how much did that all?
Yeah, no, I think it all has something to do with it. Like that was a highly competitive shift, and it was extended, and then we were able to, second periods, we were able to slip new guys on the ice a couple times and stay fresh, and you get a tired group out there and things just start to snowball. And that was fantastic. It was great. We had some good looks. I think we had 1 grade A chance and a bunch of other secondary chances. I'll tell you what I didn't like about it is like at the end of that, and the clock's ticking down, it's 20 seconds, and we kind of get a little lazy on a reload, and a forward covers for our D, and we poor recognition, and all of a sudden they're taking off on an odd man rush, and they get a grade A chance. So that was kind of a couple of the things that we did tonight. Like you go play 4 minutes in their zone or in a good 7-minute stretch where we're the only team creating chances, and we're having to work for all of them. And then in a 15-second span right at the end of the period with the lead, we probably give up the best chance out of the whole 7 minutes. We can't do that. So that's what I meant. Like we're gonna have to do a little bit of teaching there. It's discipline, and there was a little lack of awareness there too.
It looked like Nate got slashed, but he picks up the unsportsmanlike.
Yeah.
Is that a situation where you can live with it because he's just passionate, or what's your message to him in that instance?
I don't have to say anything. He knows that he's got to bite his tongue a little bit there. I don't have to say anything to him. I'm obviously not happy with it. He won't be happy with it either. So I'm not going to bring it up again. Our guys are pretty aware. Even they make a mistake on the ice, you don't have to go to him every time. You can go to him with a little advice, but you don't want to do it all the time, because then it just feels like you're harping on him. Knowing Nate, he's probably not wrong. I think it was a slash, and they're putting the whistle away because it's end of the game, and so I didn't really love that. But he's emotionally invested in the game.
Coach, you talked to us yesterday about Ross Colton working through the goal drought. He gets 2 tonight. What can you say about him and what that his unit was able to do tonight?
Yeah, well, I mean, I've already touched on the unit, but good for Ross. Good for Ross. I mean, I think he's getting into the interior of the ice, like we've been talking about as a team. And when he's getting in there, he's shooting. He had one in the first period, got slipped to him. He's walking right down Main Street, and then he doesn't shoot it. He takes too long, and then he just kind of gets a little fluffer to the net. And, so I touched on that with him on the bench. Like, he's in there, he's got a great shot, obviously, and when he's getting into those areas, but he's been providing all the physicality on the forecheck and the things that you want to see from him. But if you're going to score, you got to get into the interior of the ice, and you're going to have to shoot the puck and pull the trigger when you break teams down. And he did a better job of that as the game went on, and he gets rewarded again. So yeah, I'm really happy for him. You want all your, when your guys are doing the right things and working and competing like that, and that everyone wants to score. It's nice to see guys get rewarded for their work.
Kind of an odd scheduling thing, open weekend too, 3-day weekend at home.
Yeah. Well, we're a little ahead of,
Yeah.
some other teams. So I got to think by the end of next week, we'll probably see all the teams catch us in games played, and because we get really busy again in March, and they're going to have to make that game or two up at some point. So, but it's good. Like, we're still got some guys recovering from the Four Nations. They'll get a day tomorrow, and some guys may even get the next day, and we'll get one really good day of practice in before we get set and ready to go for the next home game.
Your last ones, please, go ahead.
The other day, you were talking about Kylington having a skill set that could really help you guys. He's had an elevated role these last 2 games, and then that second period, he has those 2 assists. Is that
Yep.
kind of what you guys envisioned?
Yes. So I'm going to be as honest as I possibly can with Shilly. He's a little bit high event, right? Like, he has a turnover on the first goal against. He has a random pinch with no F3 in the first period that gives up the odd man rush. So 2 of the best chances of the period, he gives them up. But then you see him, I mean, he had to have a couple points tonight, right? So the neutral zone steps up on the guy, steals it, pivots out of it with his skating, rips it up the ice, catches Drew in, and then he has the other one later, I think. And you we need that offense. He's going to tighten it up a little bit on the defensive side of it, because I really think he can help us. His puck moving, his skating, he plays an aggressive D-zone style. He's just got to learn to make sure he's making the right reads before he uses his skating and closes quick to his advantage. So there's a couple reads, and some of that is just, I think, probably just a little rust. Hasn't played a lot of hockey, so we're going to try and work him through it because of the other things that he did on the offensive side of it.
You mentioned on Sunday that you made a comment about this team isn't the same type of high-flying offense as what you've had in the past. Were you envisioning these last 2 games coming out of that?
Well, I didn't say we couldn't score. I mean, I think overall in the league, we're still sitting at 8th in goals for. It's a pretty good offensive team. I just think that the offensive side of it comes pretty naturally to us, and there's been a lot of games this year where we've had trouble creating offense, right? So that means you have to be better in other areas, And we've been talking as a team for the 9 years I hear, like, you want it to be rock solid. You want to be known for your, great defending, and you still want to be dangerous. And so we've been trying to improve our defending for years, but we've played, I would say the bulk of our wins this season, like, we've been really good defensively. Like, we're improving. Our goaltenders are helping there. I'm not seeing anything that's skewed that says, but we're going to keep trying to improve on the defending side of it, clean up some of the mistakes that we made tonight. We were really good the other night. And I've said this for years since I've been here, is like, the better we are on the defensive side of it, usually the better we are on the offensive side, because you're checking the puck back quicker, you're creating turnovers, you're getting the touches that you need to advance the puck and get our legs going and get dangerous on the offensive side of it. And we did a decent job of that tonight. We did a really good job the other night.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks.
Score a goal like that where you guys had to work for it, is it a little bit more rewarding?
Yeah, I think so. I think, we'd been playing good last game and at the start of the game today, so it was nice to get rewarded with that.
Depth scoring has, of course, been a point of emphasis. How nice is it to see that get going at this time of the year?
Yeah, it's big. We need it. I think we've been led from the top all these wins, last couple wins, and Nate and Kale have certainly been unbelievable, but the rest of us knew we had to step up a little bit, and I think we've definitely been better the last 2 games.
Okay, cool. Do you see a spot there, or are you just throwing it on the net, hoping something good happens?
Yeah, I kind of, as I got around the net, I noticed he was a little late to the post, so I just kind of thrown it there, but it was a good play all around.
Do you guys talk about that much? You just mentioned that you guys want the depth to contribute more. Is that something you guys talk about on the bench, in the locker room, of, hey, let's get one here and take the pressure off the top guys?
No, I think it starts with just being responsible defensively, like I said. So, kind of, I think we're focused on that, but at the same time, we know we can contribute offensively too. And I think the depth lines, we know we got to play hard and just get the puck behind the D and crush the net. So, I think when you form that identity and everyone's on the same page, it makes things a little easier.
Thanks so much, Jack.
Thanks guys.
Setting up the 2 goals, what was that night like?
Shitty play there in the first. Got squeezed off, but I just try to trust my instincts, play my game, and I saw Drew there in the second over my right shoulder, and I just try to give it to him, and he made a great goal, and I thought we got a great jump in the second, and we took the game over, I feel like.
Not just looking at the results, but overall the way the season's gone, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling like this is maybe one of the best you've been?
Finally good. I'm feeling good finally. So it's been a long journey with the injury I had, and like I said before, I'm just happy to be playing again and feeling good. And today I chipped in a little bit, but I just want to come every day with my energy and the way I play and just try to contribute. So I'm just happy to be back playing.
What does it do for this team's confidence when Val's back in the lineup?
Huge. I mean, they call him the choo-choo train for a reason. He's huge for us. He's heavy on pucks. He's fast. He has a sense of scoring goals, and he gets puck back for us in forechecks. So no, he's a big part of our team for sure.
How big is that goal of his? Just the way this game started.
Huge. I mean, great play by Nate. We've seen him make that play before, and if you find an open seam for him, you put the puck back at the net. So I know it was a great goal to see.
Just what is even before the game, Jared mentioned that after the St. Louis game, it felt like the team's morale was down. You thought it was kind of a weird spot. Just how much has the last couple of games sort of put everything back in the right direction?
I think we just had a glitch, That happens sometimes. I think we just had an off night, and I thought we showed the way to bounce back against Jersey, and today we showed that we're still a good team. So sometimes it happens. We just have to, get back to the fundamentals and get back to playing for each other and trust what we do.
You just feel like keeping that momentum going from that last game and keeping you feeling being at home, does that help?
For sure. I think overall, I feel like, I've been injured, but I feel like the guy's been away for a long time. So it's nice to have a home stretch and build some momentum and play for our fans. It's awesome. So.
Thanks. To get one to go after, Jared, it talks about you doing a lot of good things and just not getting them to break through. How nice is it to give it a go?
Yeah, feels good. I feel like there was a line we were doing a lot of good things right, especially these last couple of games and prior to that. So it's a tough league to score in. So there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. Just for me, trying to stay positive, doing the extra work on and off the ice. That's kind of the mindset I have. So it was nice to kind of get rewarded.
I felt like the energy level for the team across the board was up tonight. Just what can you guys attribute that to?
I think the guys in the room, we know we have the group in here that's capable of doing some great things. So it's just about, sticking with it, staying positive. Like I said before, there's going to be games where, there's ups, there's downs. Just going back to that St. Louis game, it's obviously not the way we want to play. So watch some video, took the slap on the wrist, and I think that kind of motivated us to say, hey, we're coming home here. We got a nice home stand. Let's take advantage of it.
We talked about that, not hoping that wasn't going to be a one-off from the last game, and you guys kind of brought that momentum into this game. Coach said you were just feeling it. How do you just kind of keep that momentum going?
Yeah, like you said, just kind of keep it rolling. Just coming to the rink every day with the right mindset. I think, I don't know what it is, but just the attitude around the room has felt, different. Guys are more upbeat. Guys are enjoying themselves. So, again, it's a fun time of year. Every game feels like a playoff game, especially tonight against a team like that's ahead of us in the standing. So that was fun. Again, let's just got to turn the page, and we got to take advantage of this homestand.
Oliver sets you up for that one. What can you say about him? What he's had to push through this year?
Yeah, a lot of adversity. He was amazing tonight. I think he had a couple helpers, but on that one, we did a great job in the D zone. I think it was Kivy and Drury, doing a good job chipping it out. And then on the 2-on-1, I kind of just pulled up. Shilly kind of gift wrapped it for me. It was up to me just to put it on net.
You talked about the guys feeling good. Coach has always said that happy hockey players are productive hockey players. Do you feel that that's really, pretty much how it's going?
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, you just look around the room, like I said, we have an amazing group of guys in here, great leaders, guys who, have won, some championships. So, again, a tribute to them. Just kind of keeping the mindset right, managing those ups and downs. And like you said, come to the rink with a smile on your face. We have a great job, and we get to enjoy it.